Unbelievable. According to ESPN, Mitchell Robinson is the most likely player to be traded by the Knicks this offseason. And the main reason for this change is because the Knicks are prioritizing the development of their rookies, like Ariel Hukporti. NBA Insider Bobby Marks helps to provide key updates on the Knicks and the next move that they're going to make. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. But before we get started, about 52% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. Mitchell Robinson trade coming. I've said this in a number of videos already. Since the Knicks season has officially come to an end, expect major roster changes this offseason. The Knicks will soon be evaluating the talent on this team and making a decision on what players are here for the long term. And according to ESPN NBA Insider Bobby Marks, the Knicks could look to move on from one of its longest tenured Knicks this offseason. And I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to NBA Insider Bobby Marks for giving us this following information here. According to him, significant roster changes appear unlikely for New York, as 93% of the team's payroll is tied up in their 5 starters, and Mitchell Robinson, who, according to Bobby Marks, is the most likely player to be moved this offseason. Marks notes that the Knicks will need to weigh the value of Robinson's trade-friendly contract against his on-court impact. Robinson is coming off a strong postseason in which he averaged 12.6 rebounds per 36 minutes. He is set to become an unrestricted free agent in the 2026 offseason, unless an extension is reached beforehand. While acquiring a game-changing addition to the roster seems improbable, Robinson's relatively modest $13 million salary for next season makes retaining him a potentially more reliable option. I want to mention here that the main reason Bobby Marks is listing Mitchell Robinson has nothing to do with his talent or his ability, and it has everything to do with his contract and the fact that he's going to be an unrestricted free agent in 2026. That means the Knicks are likely going to have to pay him in order to keep him on this team, and they may not want to do that given his past injury concerns. It's all going to be about the cost for New York in retaining Mitchell Robinson. And clearly, according to Marks, unless the Knicks are willing to include one of their starters in a trade package along with one of their only tradable first-round picks in the next 7 years, that pick being a 2026 top 8 protected pick from the Washington Wizards, unless the Knicks are willing to do any form of this, they're likely not going to make major changes or major trades this offseason. But something to note here is Mitchell Robinson considered a starter for this team? I know during the regular season, he wasn't a starter. He was a bench player. But during the postseason, he was a starter. He is playing starter minutes. And even more than that, he has the impact of a starting player. And in my opinion, right now, Mitchell Robinson's value is the highest it's been maybe in his entire career. He's healthy, he's active, he's available, and he's coming off one of the strongest postseasons of his entire career. Like Bobby Marks stated, it probably makes more sense for this Knicks team to retain Mitchell Robinson versus moving him or trading him away. And I anticipate the Knicks are likely going to do that unless there is a player that they love, that they want, that they covet, that they want on this team that they weren't able to get last season, that maybe they can get this year for Mitchell Robinson and maybe that protected first-round pick from the Washington Wizards. It's all going to be about players that are available, the overall cost, and if New York feels like making that move will put them one step closer to a championship. If they don't feel like that's going to be the case, they're not going to move on from Mitchell Robinson. But there is another reason why New York may move on from Robinson this offseason. And it has everything to do with the rookies they have on this team right now. Shout out to basketballgm.com for giving us this following information here. According to them, looking ahead, the Knicks are also expected to prioritize the development of their young prospects. Last year's draft picks, Bacome Dadier and Tyler Kolek, could see expanded roles and become more meaningful contributors in the rotation. There's another rookie that's not mentioned there, and you guys know who I'm talking about. It's Ariel Hukporti, who, when we were dealing with so many injuries and we needed a big, we needed a backup center, he was able to step up and give New York great minutes, solid minutes. And each and every time we see Hukporti, he is working out with somebody new. Patrick Ewing, Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson. He is learning from all the players he's next to, all the players in his vicinity, and learning from Patrick Ewing, an NBA legend, adding anything that he can tell him to his game. That is huge. And I can understand why New York may want to move on from Mitchell Robinson, especially when you have a young rookie like Ariel Hukporti waiting in the wings. But it's not only that, is it? It's his impact, his style of play, but also the money, his contract, and how much he costs right now likely will cost in the future, and what Mitchell Robinson's cost and value is right now. Robinson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA today. That's likely still going to be true next season. And if he ends next season healthier than he did for any season throughout his years with New York, the amount of money the Knicks will have to pay him in order to retain him and keep him on this team, it might be too rich for their blood. So they might have to look elsewhere. And if they do, one of the places they can look at is their rookies. Ariel Hukporti, who has the size, has the ability, and has the talent. And at his contract, he can give you similar things to what Robinson gives you at a fraction of the price. And I know Leon Rose and this Knicks front office is looking at that as well, too. It has to do with his contract, having to pay him soon, and the overall cost of this team, keeping this team together. We have to make sure that this team, the core pieces, stay together as long as possible. So that means you have to make some sacrifices. You have to make some trades. You have to let go of some players. And one of those players could be Mitchell Robinson if the right trade is on the table. I'm not saying that the Knicks are actively looking to trade or move Mitchell Robinson right now, but clearly they're going to need to pay him. Clearly, they are looking at their cap space. They're looking at the amount of money they're going to have to pay to certain players, and they're thinking to themselves, is this roster enough right now to compete for a championship? If the Knicks just run it back, will they get to the NBA Finals based off of chemistry, or do they still need to make additions to this team? In my opinion, I think it's twofold. I think the Knicks have the players necessary to get to the NBA Finals, but I also think that their bench needs a couple of upgrades so that way when we are in the postseason, we can dominate once we're there. And having a bench that has chemistry built within them and they understand their roles when they're out there, that's the type of Knicks team that can go all the way. And if the Knicks were this close to the NBA Finals, then maybe all they have to do is make this many amount of changes in order to get this team all the way to the NBA Finals. The only person that knows the answer to that question is Leon Rose. And we're going to get those answers as we get closer to the offseason. Right now, the Knicks front office and Leon Rose is evaluating this team, this roster, and the coaching staff. But the changes, we're going to see all of that near the first day of the offseason. New York, they're busy right now. They're scouring the league, looking across the league, seeing what players potentially could be available, what the cost of those players are, and if New York trades for that player, will they help the Knicks get closer to a championship? That's the evaluation that's happening right now. And I cannot wait in a few weeks to see those results. We all know changes are coming for this team. The only question is, what are those changes going to look like? We get that answer from the Knicks front office and Leon Rose as soon as the offseason begins. But what about you guys? What do you think about these following reports indicating that the most likely player to be moved this offseason is Mitchell Robinson? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.